Hello, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram fam. Welcome to another show of Route 66 Country Music. And if y'all notice, all the way to my right is
You do the
Kat. She's back. And Blurry. Why are you always
What's up?
blurry?
Oh, I don't know.
We gotta,
Maybe I need a new camera.
yeah.
I can see that. I can see that North Carolina home shirt though.
Yeah, I can make that out for sure.
Oh,
All right. And for
yeah,
those that were
maybe that's
with us
better. Okay.
last time that I had Roger Dale on, y'all will remember him. For any new people watching, this is Roger Dale from North Carolina by way of Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
So let's kick this thing off talking about your latest release. Tell us all about it.
It's so freaking awesome. So my first time, my first live interview was with you guys.
Yeah.
And I discussed Tuck Away My Heart. That was my OG debut track. I had never put anything out there, and it got a pretty good response. And as a result, Off the Road reached out to me, and they said we like what you're doing. We love the soul that you're bringing to country, and if you're looking to do some tracks, singles to get yourself down here in Nashville, we'd love to help you out. So I went down in July and I stayed for about 4 days. Yeah. And I spent 2 days in the studio and recorded 5 tracks. And this is the first one from that project. And it's called Struck Gold. And one of my friends, Adam, he's my close friend and he's my co-writer. He's from North Carolina. He still lives in North Carolina. And he wrote this by himself because we've been writing a lot. We've probably written over 200 songs in the past year, because we constantly are just writing and having sessions. But he did this one on his own, and I liked it so much when I heard it the first time because the chorus in itself reminded me of summer. Growing up, I grew up on a farm, so being a country boy, that first day of summer, you're 8 years old, you like feel that sweet taste of freedom. You're like, man, I'm free. I do whatever I want. So as soon as I heard the chorus and then I heard the hook, the way he brought in that Struck Gold, I was like, yeah, that one definitely has been on this project. And when I was down there working with the session band and we did all the songs, producer Houston, he looked at me and was like, which one do you want to go first with? And I said, it's got to be Struck Gold because it gives this vibe of it's upbeat, it's hopeful. And considering where we are right now with this pandemic and where we still didn't get to enjoy our summer, and I love summer, beaches. I'm from Carolina, so I wanted this song to be the kickoff to the project, and so that's how we got Struck Gold. And it's just about a relationship coming together, finding ways to keep it cohesive when it starts to fall apart, and just kind of reminding yourself why you love that person. That's what it's all about. From the beginning to the end, there's all the in-betweens of love is hard. But this song reminds you that it's worth it if you find someone that reminds you of that first day of summer when you're like young and you feel that sweet taste of freedom. I think Morgan Wallen talks about it too. So I think it's something, a theme that's, it really does remind me of 90s country when themes were part of writing and we were storytelling. I love storytelling. I grew up telling tall tales around fires and stuff and hanging out with my cousin. They're like, no, that ain't true. And I'm like, but I convinced you, son. You know that's a true story. I bring that approach to writing and singing. And so I think that we were able to capture exactly what we wanted when Adam and I decided to make this one of the 5 and bring it in the fold. And Houston with Off the Road and the session band, they just nailed it from the beginning. It was just such a good vibe. And the energy was amazing. Such a good feeling.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. So, and you're going to sing us just a little bit of that, but we're going to save that for later on.
Yeah.
We'll make them hang around here. Sorry. For anybody that's been paying attention, Roger did that Instagram takeover all day Thursday. We were supposed to interview that night, but he ended up not feeling very well. And so we just rescheduled for today. He's still not 100%. So we're not.
But I'm a trooper. I wanted to be here. I love what you guys are doing. It's just amazing to support independent artists on the come up. And I'm really appreciative. So I had to do this.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. But we're not going to strain your vocal cords and make you sing too much. So that's just not a good thing when you're sick. So we're going to have some mercy on you there. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah.
With this rain, it's like making the allergies so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Oh, this time of year.
Not even
Spring
all
and
DC
fall
looks
of the year
weird.
is terrible.
How is it there in Nashville?
Really?
How is it? Yeah.
It's nice. It's really nice today, but it's, I don't know. It's like weather in DC and North Carolina. It's just all over the place all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, we get
But
dreary.
it's really not been humid, which is nice.
Yeah, it's the weather is insane.
Southeastern weather.
I love it. I love the
Yeah.
feeling down when I was there. That was my first time visiting ever in my life. And I dreamed of going since I was probably 9 or 10. And when I got there, it literally exceeded my expectations, which is crazy. Because when I left from North Carolina after law school, because I went to NC State and then I went to law school at Central, I was like, I'm not moving back to the South, man. I've had enough. I did 25 years. I'm out of here. And when I went down to Nashville, it was almost like downtown Raleigh meets UNCW's campus in a way, but with a live, vibrant scene of music.
Yeah.
And I fell in love instantly. I didn't want to come back.
Way better than Raleigh. I went to Meredith. So, yeah, it's way better than Raleigh.
Well, I went to NC State, so I have to have that, because DC is super busy, and I like DC for a bit. I really, really did. Yeah. But once, I guess I've been here, 6 years. And after a while, it's like hustle and bustle really takes a toll on your mental. And so for me, that's kind of how I got back to music, because I needed to find a creative outlet, because I was so stressed from my job. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, there's got to be something more that I can do, because I'm coming home and just spinning my wheels, just being mad at the world. And I said, well, I used to like to sing. And about 2 years ago, picked it back up, and here we are. And I never would have, I could not have told my 10-year-old self that I would be doing country music one day, because I would have wet my pants, because I would have been like, what? You're kidding me? You got your own music, dude? What? No, you're not. From Evans Crossroads, this ain't happening. But now it's the craziest, coolest thing I've ever experienced.
All right, that made me think of a question, but I got to back up just a minute. You mentioned going to NC State. Mm-hmm. Fun fact about my side of the family. My aunt, one of my aunts, was the first Native American admitted to NC State.
Get out of here. Well, she paved the way for me then.
Yeah. Well, let me back up. Native American woman.
Yeah. Well,
Native American.
Okay. That's amazing feat too, Yeah. It's really amazing. And it's because we're all North Carolinians. And she's from Greenville, so ECU is super competitive too. So when you get into one of the UNC system schools, you gotta bust your butt. I mean, there ain't no way to graduate. I mean that, unless you put in the work.
Oh yeah.
And that's my work ethic. I've been at NC State. It definitely did shape me, like as a person, the way I work. You earn your grade.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
College in general is hard. Making it out of college in 4 years, I'm like, that's the American dream right there. Let me tell you.
Yes. And you got to put in the work.
College is so messed up right now, though. It's so weird. Like my youngest son is in his first year of university college. He went to an early high school, so he did both. But it's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. Everything is weird right now.
It's not interactive at all, and that's the crazy thing is talking to my nieces and nephews, and even with their high school, I mean, they're doing their best, and I keep encouraging them. I'm like, you're not immersed like you would be normally throughout the academic year. So you have to, I'm buying them books and encouraging them, like, y'all got to read outside of your regular rigor, because this is what you'd be doing if you were in class, and that, right? Y'all's been lazy. You're resting on what's comfortable. And so I'm trying to challenge them. And I think that's what we have to be encouraged to do, is like challenge our youth. I don't have kids, but I have nieces and nephews, and I talk to them on the regular, especially about their grades, and they know that. And so I'm just making sure they have the resources that they need, because I know the schools are doing their absolute best to get it to them, because they're short too. I know.
Oh, yeah.
struggle.
Yeah, it's rough. It's so rough on the teachers as well. I mean, nobody
Yeah.
knows what's coming or going, but I did hear this week or last week that I don't know if it's this coming up week or the next, that in North Carolina anyway, most of the like elementary, middle school kids are going back like full time.
Really? Okay. So
Yeah.
they're not gonna.
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I can't follow, man. I can't follow. Things change every day, all the time, everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I thought they were going to stagger it in a sense. I thought that would be probably a safer measure. But I don't know. I mean, as long as they're having plans in place, that's what I think is most important.
Well, that's how they started out. Like you had two groups, and one group went on Mondays and Tuesdays. Nobody went on Wednesdays, and then the second group went on Thursdays and Fridays.
Mhm.
But now they're going to just send them all back 5 days a week. So, but
I heard they're getting their flu shots. Get your flu shots, people.
Worth out of that. I don't get flu shots either. No.
Well, I have to in my work because I work, for the where I work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but you know what? It's crazy. When I growing up, I was a sick child. I got sick a lot, so that flu shot. The times I've had the flu, it was like 1 foot out the grave. So I'm glad it works for me. It might not work for everybody, but for me, I'm like, I can't take. It'll take me out for 2 weeks.
Oh goodness. All right, now the question that came to my mind a minute ago.
What'd you say?
I couldn't hear you either,
This is
Kat.
the first year I got a flu shot.
Oh, you did?
Oh, sorry. I might be. Yeah. I was like, I probably should be responsible. I don't know.
Better safe than sorry is what I say. Hey, especially now.
Yeah.
It was free.
Not for me. All right, Roger, you said a while ago.
Stacey.
Do what?
The flu.
I think there's a
I
delay.
better hope you don't get the flu.
Yeah. She
My
won't.
bad.
Watch,
I got the
she
flu
won't. I
shot
will.
1 year, and I was sicker then than I was when I had the flu.
See, wow. See, your immune system is different than mine. Then.
Oh, my immune system is shot. I don't mess with it. It causes it's no. Nope. I never made my kids get it either. Now they're all grown and they don't choose to get it. Nope, not happening.
Have they had the flu? I mean, is it like deadly or is it like it's manageable?
Well, not the whole reason, but one main reason is because when my daughter was a junior in college, she was at ECU. She was major sick, like could barely walk. I mean, she was almost to the point of being paralyzed. She couldn't walk. Wow. And just some of the other symptoms that she had, they thought she had Guillain-Barré syndrome. And that can be caused by the flu shot. And so just ever since then, I'm like, nope, not happening. Not taking it. So I don't
know that.
I neither.
Yep. It is a horrible syndrome. And there's, no. That's a one-off. We won't get on my soapbox there. Okay, you said when you were 10 years old, you never would have thought you were going to be here.
No.
So, knowing what you know now, what advice would you give another, not necessarily 10-year-old, but another child, a young person that wants to get involved in music? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely tell them to continue to believe in their dream, regardless of all things. Obstacles are imminent, but to continue to believe in it. For me, I may have went away for a bit, but I believe in it more now than ever. So never lose that dream. Life can take you on different roads, but as long as you remain persistent and have that vision, that clear vision, you don't know when it's going to come to fruition, but never lose that hope and that belief. Because for me, like my mama is completely immersed in this whole journey, but she said she knew before I knew that I was going to be a singer, and she wanted me to be a singer because when I was singing at church and stuff. But you know, I grew up at it, just wasn't reality. And I would tell myself, of course I would love to be a singer. That would be beyond my wildest imagination. But reality was different, and I just hunkered down and I did what I needed to do. And I knew that I was smart, and I had a hard work ethic, and I got into NC State. And I said, I've been given this opportunity to go to this amazing university, and I'm not going to take it for granted. So, but I would tell a younger person that's wanting to get immersed in music, or even just getting started in music, give yourself a chance and give yourself to sing, to be silly and ugly at times, and just allow your voice to be free. Just allow yourself to be free. I sing stuff that I know ain't in my wheelhouse or my vocabilities, but I have a great time singing them songs. And I know I would never perform it live, but when I'm by myself, it's a full-on show, and I just enjoy it. And that's the beauty of music. Is on my hardest days, as an attorney, I can shut my computer off and put all my paperwork away and sing one song, and all my sadness and the worries just fall away. And so when you have that type of belief in a dream, just continue to keep it on and fuel it with the belief, because your belief is that's what's going to take you. Even now, I'm just now getting into the fold of things, and I'm learning every day. And I'm so appreciative of people that are reaching out and at least giving me some insight. I'm very thankful, because I will do that in return 100%. And so it's just like, be open to networking and communicate with other people so that you can build relationships. Because that's something I wish someone had told me way back when I really wanted to do this and kind of walked away for a bit, is that you got to want to build up relationships and not wait for them to come to you. So going to things that may not be within your interest, but going for the purpose of your craft or your gift, and just going and meeting people that share the love for that same type of, whether it be you are a singer, a guitarist, a violinist, playing trumpet, you're an actor. Just continue to have that passion and that dream, and just don't let it go away. You got to believe in it. I mean, I'm in my 30s, and I 100% believe what I'm doing now. I sacrifice every day. I'm working a second job to make this dream come true. So no matter your age, just got to have the belief and the work ethic behind it, and just push it forward. Your dream will come true. It really will.
Absolutely. I believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, all three of us are making, dreams come true in the music industry in different ways. I mean, Kat up and moved to Nashville in the heart of the freaking pandemic. That was a crazy dedication.
That is dedication. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a crazy
person. Yeah. Got a job at a drugstore, because what else can you do in the middle of the pandemic?
Yeah. You are a hustler. You knew exactly. Look, if I'm gonna move here, I gotta find a job. What do we have? We need drugstores, and we need doctors and nurses. Oh yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, I was like, I'm not qualified to be a doctor or nurse, but I'm qualified to work in a drugstore.
I love it. That is so,
so be it.
That is so cool.
That works.
And so in your experience, taking the leap on faith, how have you felt? How's your journey been? To decide to kind of take the leap and just go down and move to Nashville.
God, hard. Like I tell people, like, I love Nashville, but it's hard living here. Mm-hmm. I still feel like I'm in a daze. Like, I still feel like I'm on cloud 9. Like I can't believe I live here. Like it's like a dream come true. But
yeah,
it's definitely takes a lot of grit. And it's weird. I don't sing. I'm more of a writer. And then I work in music business. So it's weird, having friends that are in music, but having friends that are musicians, because I'm not a musician, I think that's what I love so much about Nashville and the people. And there's so much you can do in music, so much. Yeah. And I don't want to be a musician. I enjoy my privacy. I don't want people knowing where I live. I don't want people knowing what I do. No.
That's awesome.
I was like, oh, you can actually do something other than be a musician. This is kind of cool. You know, but like you were saying, hard work ethic. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. And it'll fall into place the way it's exactly supposed to. You just got to believe that.
You just got to believe it. That's what I keep saying. And when I first left to go to law school, my grandma comes from a very religious family, and my grandma gave me this little plastic, almost like a miniature plastic Ziploc bag, I swear to y'all. And it had a mustard seed in it, because that's biblical. And she said, it's going to be hard, You're going to have the days that you don't know why you're there. Law school is not easy, but if you have the faith the size of a mustard seed, it'll come to fruition. I graduated from law school, and it was beyond hard. But I kept that in my wallet throughout that whole journey, you know, and it's faith. It really is. And if you believe, it starts showing to others, because that energy gets out in the ether. And so people are like, oh, wow, he really is a country singer. This boy can sing. And he's got passion. I like him. That's what we relate to. The human experience is all about passion and conveying something we feel and that we can relate to. And that's why I love country music. I really do love country music.
You got to tell people that. And the other people, they'll believe it too. Like, you're the first step in believing, but like to get support from others, like they're not going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Like, that's just the way it goes.
And it shows too. It shows, right? It does. People know if you believe or not. The energy.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you can't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to.
No. Yeah. And it's just going, the whole feeling comes off cold, and that singing is all about emotions and feelings. So when you are paying for a ticket to go see an artist, you want to feel something. You want to be moved in a sense. And that's in general, don't matter the genre. I know me, I want to feel something, whether I'm jumping up or dancing or grooving or just sitting there crying my eyes out. I want to feel something. And that's what music should do. So that's what I bring when I ride. And it is. It's like, how do I feel today? And what do I want to convey in what I'm writing? And I always remind myself of that. And if I were an artist, would I want to hear this?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think of other things to ask you, because I know I wanted to bring up
a few things though, since y'all gave me the chance to be here, and I'm
talking
about my new song.
Talk away.
The first song that I did, "Tuck Away My Heart," like I said, I only started writing not even a year ago. I had a vocal coach that encouraged me to write, and I was resistant at first. I was like, I can write an amazing brief, but I cannot write a song, I swear to you. I can't even write a poem. And she was like, well, just try. It could be storybook, it could be Mary Had a Little Lamb type, and you just put a little melody with it. And I said, all right. And that's where this song came out of, that Tuck Away My Heart, the one you gave me this chance the first time, Stacey. And that one, I didn't know anything about the industry at all. So I'm a big researcher. And so I Googled and contact people and price compared and stuff. Cause that's what independent artists do. I'm like, hey, I'm bargain shopping. Who's going to give me a good deal and good quality? Right.
Exactly.
So I did that on my own. And I was so impressed, because I never had a song in my own song ever. And I was just blown away. But the quality of being in a studio, they're actually doing that versus remotely, recording it and sending it and waiting to get the edits back. It was something I have always wanted to feel. It was truly magical to stand in that vocal booth and watch that band play. And then across, I watched my producer, Houston, and the engineer just doing things, and and to listen to it come together.
Yeah.
Mind boggling. And it's just, I love the whole process, and that's why I love this song so much. And I have 4 other ones coming out that I wrote, or Adam wrote, or we co-wrote. And leading up to my EP is going to come out in the spring next year. So, and I've written 3 new ones that I'm going down in December to record for that.
Awesome.
So, and I'm just hoping to collab more. That's my goal for 2021, is collab more, write for more artists. I grew up loving female country music from the 90s. Some of my biggest idols are from the 90s, female artists, and Carrie Underwood is my idol. So I want to rap for female country
Yours
artists.
And all the other men in this world.
I love the way, I just love it. I watched it. That was my, I saw her in concert 2 years ago in that 360, where her and Maddie and Tay were doing.
I did too, yeah.
That was insane, y'all.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was perfect. It felt so intimate, but it was such a big, crowd.
Huge.
But they made it feel intimate, didn't they?
Yeah, they really
did. I was
did.
blown away, and I really want to write more and collab more in that realm, and start, getting all the artists to let me write for them, and talking to them, feel them out, and say, what do you want to sing? What's your vibe? Let me give you something. So that's my next step is, I love to sing, I do, but this is my newfound passion, is writing. And since I'm a transition eventually, because all I've been doing for the past 8 years is writing as a lawyer, it makes sense,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just a different type of writing.
Now, you got your first taste here a while back about recording in a Nashville studio. And I know that you've played, live gigs up in DC.
Yeah.
So which do you prefer better? You like that live crowd, or just hearing you talk about the studio a minute ago, you have like some real passion for that.
I love that process. I love the studio because it's very intimate and I get to feel all my emotions at once. Whereas when you perform live, you kind of have to gauge your audience.
Yeah.
A bit and kind of fill up on that and fill them out. But when I was in the studio, I was able to be vulnerable, very vulnerable, in fact, because the song coming out next, it's very emotional. It's called Pieces. And so that song, I had to take a few breaks to walk out because I was like, dang, I forgot we wrote this, man. This is some deep stuff. But we're going to sing it, though. So I'm going to take a break and come back. So I think I like the process of recording a whole lot. But I thoroughly enjoy performing in front of people because I feed off people's energy. So yeah. I just love when people start singing. I love doing covers, and when people start singing along, and I always bring an extra microphone. I'm like, here you go, come on, sing with me. Come on, man. Harmonize if you can. I just love that engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What's your go-to cover song?
Chris Stapleton, Whiskey and You is my go-to. And that's the one I use for the voice audition because he's in my wheelhouse. There's so much soul, and he has that classic country feel that I like to evoke. But I like to do a little flair like he does. So I like a little run every once in a while. So that's my go-to. And probably my second one is Dare's It Won't Be Like This for Long. That's my second go-to. I just love that story.
I don't ever hear that.
You never heard it? You have or haven't?
No, I have, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone play that. No, I have.
Oh, I'm gonna do it then.
I do. I know the song. No.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard it played in like a couple.
Yeah,
I haven't heard that song in a long time.
Yeah. So I had a callback audition for The Voice. I auditioned 3 times before, by the way. So that's another thing, dreamers out there, don't give up. They're going to tell you no, you don't know why, but don't let them close the door. You keep pushing it. Because I did, and I wasn't even going to audition this year because it was virtual, and I did. And I'm not even kidding you. I auditioned at 6:30, and it was about 8:30 that night I got that email, and I just went numb, and I was like, this ain't happening. This is crazy. So I had to do 3 songs for the comeback, and I did that one by him, and I did Garth Brooks' The Change, and I did hold on a second, my mind just went blank, and I love him because he's like got that southern rock country feel. Travis Tritt. I did Anymore. So those are my comebacks. And so, it was a really good experience. It was very intensive. Truly, even virtually it was the process, but it was really nice to kind of, because I love Chris Stapleton a lot. And the fact that was the one that got me to call back, I was like, man, I knew it. I'm always going to sing that song. So
yeah. Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. He's probably my 3 biggest influences in country music is Chris Stapleton, Luke Combs, and Garth Brooks. Male-wise, yeah. Those guys, I love all their music. Luke Combs, I know pretty much all his music, his songs.
And to me, that's like 3 different categories of guys.
Mm-hmm. And different styles, too.
Yeah, they're distinctively different.
And that's what I like. I just I'm very eclectic. I like trying different songs and different varieties. I like challenging my voice, and I love songs that tell a story. So I think I migrate to those type. And I like an upbeat song though. But I'm not always sad or singing somber stuff.
Yeah.
So I like a good dance song every once in a while.
All right. Well, I know you said you didn't want to go the full hour, so I'm just gonna do some fun questions really quick.
Okay.
And then we'll let you sing your song.
Okay.
All right. So we've been in quarantine for what? 7 months now?
Yeah.
It's crazy to think. 7 months. Is it 7 or 6 or 7?
I've been here since
This
March.
is entire 20.
The whole year. The whole
March
year's gone.
18th.
Yeah. It is crazy. Crazy. I know. All right. So now I know you're a little bit different than most people. You've still been working full time, but I think you can still answer these.
Okay.
What has been your go-to food?
Oh, go-to food. Cereal.
Cereal.
Rice. Yeah, I went back. Rice Krispies and Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm not even joking.
All right. All right. I love it. Nothing wrong with a good bowl of cereal.
They're so good.
It's easy and I'm always busy, so.
I love Rice Krispies. That's good.
Midnight
Okay.
snack.
What'd
you say, Kat?
That's hilarious.
My go-to snack. My snack is a cereal.
With or without milk, just throw them in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, with milk.
Just throw it in a Ziploc bag.
Sometimes those Cheerios you don't have to because they got a good flavor. You could just pop, just like chips.
Yeah. That's true.
That's my go-to.
Eat them plain.
Yeah. My youngest son has never put milk in his cereal. Never. He always just eats it dry. I'm like,
wild.
Kid,
Since he was a little boy?
Huh?
Since he was a little boy?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I know people that do that. I love milk.
I mean, as a snack, fine, but as you can't say that's a bowl of cereal. It's not. Okay. So have you been binge watching anything?
Yeah. When I do have time to watch TV. So since I've been quarantined, I've watched The Line. What is it? The Crazy People? The Line People?
Oh, yeah. What?
I stumbled upon that by accident and couldn't get off of it. I regret it, but it was very entertaining.
What, Tiger King?
Tiger King.
Tiger King. Carol, I would not. I would not trust.
It's so bad.
I wouldn't trust having a drink with her even at a bar.
I'm like, I don't even need to watch Tiger King to know what happened.
Yeah, it was wild.
I'm not.
And I grew up without cable. And so I love Brandy is one of my favorite R&B singers, because I'm country soul and I love R&B. So I've literally been catching up on Moesha because I didn't have cable growing up.
Oh, wow.
And it has been hilarious because I was like, that's what high school was like for them. Because on the East Coast, it was way different. I can promise you it was. It was not looking like that. Yeah. And I watched a few documentaries. I like documentaries a lot. So I love nature and history stuff. Not a lot of legal stuff, because I get enough of that. So no legal channels and what else? Oh, I binge watched Masked Singer, the first 3 seasons.
Masked Singer, yeah,
so good, so good.
Watched the first season of that, and then I was like over it. It
got better. No, it got way better. You got to watch season 3 because they had some really, really good people, and I was thrown for a loop. The only one I guess, well, I won't tell you because you gotta watch it, but he's from North Carolina. That's all I say, and he's sure fun.
Oh, all right.
What'd you say? What is the show?
That show?
Oh, The Masked Singer. Basically, the show's concept is these artists, whether they may have sing before, they may be athletes, they may be whatever. They put on these masks and they sing their heart out. Now they might sing, they might can't. But you don't know who they are. The judges don't know who they are. And so that's how the voting occurs. And then each show, I think it's down to 3, and then the audience votes their top 1, and then the judges have to decide who's going home. And then they get to take their mask off, and you're like, what? Oh my God, I would have never thought that was Gladys Knight. And then they get to sing their song, and like American Idol, like, remind us why we voted you off. Remind us why we voted you off.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It is really cool. The concept's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
I really like it. It's very entertaining, and some of the people I never knew could sing have been on there, and they really sound great.
Yeah. I know the season I watched of it, I was floored by some of the people that I saw on there. That I was like, they know how to sing.
They can sing, right? Me too.
Yeah.
Like, what? So I like that about it. The shock factor is amazing. And they have good judges. Their dialogue is really good. what is her name? She was married to Jim Carrey. She's on there. And Nicole Schwarzenegger and Robin Thicke and Kim. He's hilarious. He's behind it because this show is it's a huge hit in Asia and Asian countries, and so I think it may have started in Japan if I'm not mistaken. The concept, and it's huge, and he presented to Fox and they jumped right on it as a pilot, and it took off. I mean, and it's really good. I binge watched it because I'd heard about it. I'm like, I'm not watching that mess. That sounds crazy. And when COVID shut us in, I said, man, I got to find something to entertain me because I mean, I'm not going out. And I found it and probably watched it in a week, honestly.
Yeah. All right. Last question, then we'll let you sing.
Okay.
Do you cook or go out more?
Since COVID.
Well,
in general. Oh, I'm a big cook. I cook a lot because I cooked a lot for my brothers growing up because my mom had to work a lot. So I'm a huge cook. But because of COVID, I don't like going to the grocery store much. So I have 3 or 4 trusted places that I go or get stuff delivered or get my groceries delivered. I mean, I'm going to the grocery store now, but yeah, I love cooking. I mean, I can cook pretty much anything. I can cook any cuisine from anywhere in the world you could think of. And if I have it, I'll get a recipe and try it. Yeah, I love cooking.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite pastimes, and it's also therapeutic for me because at the end of the day, when I've had a stressful day, I can put my headphones in and listen to some music, and I get real creative. Like I love spices, fresh stuff, fresh ingredients, because I'm vegetarian, but I grew up, very much not. So I can cook anything, but I've learned to expand,
I was going to say, how in the world did you grow up in Pembroke vegetarian?
I did not grow up in a vegetarian. I did. Ain't no way. No, even now when I go home.
Ain't no way. You would have starved to death. Well, I mean, you
did not grow up in North Carolina.
No, not in the 90s and early 2000s. They're like, you're what? A what? Well, there's vegetables I cook from the garden, and now they got a little pork grease in them to give it flavor. But vegetarian, there you go, brother.
All right.
Yeah, but I do love to cook, and I was a bartender 6 years before law school, so I love mixing drinks too. And since I can't go to the bar and have a drink while I ride, I'm mix them here and been getting a little creative again. So you go back on talents, when you quarantine, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, well, let's hear a little bit of this song.
So I'm gonna do the first verse and chorus for you guys a cappella. And Wednesday, I moved my live show, so I'm going to be doing Wind Down Wednesday with Roger Dale, and I'm going to do the first live with instrumental. Cool?
All right.
Okay. My water, my Gatorade bottle. All right. All right. I never believed love could feel so real. Too many lost lovers had taken the wheel until you came into my view. My heart felt something special and new. Your smile sent sunshine right into my heart. And now, oh, darling, I'm catching Cupid's dart. You're like the first day of summer when you're 8 years old. Like a blanket by the fire when it's freezing cold. Like the best part of the story that you've never been told. Babe, you got me feeling like I just struck gold. Like I just struck gold.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for letting me do that. This is crazy. I got to perform it on this show. And I did my first interview with you, Stacey. This is amazing. It's full circle.
Yes, I love it. I love it. All right. So now, do you have plans of? Oh,
go ahead.
Talk over each other. Go ahead, Kat.
Oh, sorry. I know there's a lag. I said I love the bluesy feel. Like you can definitely see it.
Yeah, that's the soul. Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah. Now, do you have a video in the works? Plans to do a video to that?
So with this one, we are in the works for a lyric video, and my next single, Pieces, we are either going to do a video for that one, or my one coming out after that is called Carolina. So I really would love to do one for Carolina because it's very significant to me, and I wrote that one by myself, and it's a story of my life basically. So we're kind of deciding which one we're going to do a video of those two. So
awesome.
But this one here, we got a lot. We're definitely doing a lyric video. It's in the works, so I'm waiting to get it and then just kind of debut it and go from there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I am so happy for you. It seems like things are coming together, moving in the right direction. Things are just coming together for you to just get everything that you want, and
it's my wildest dream come true, man. I was telling one of my colleagues yesterday, because they're like, man, you've been an attorney for this long. How do you then decide I'm gonna walk away from this? Because I had this dream when I was little. It never left. I mean, like I said, on my hardest days, I'll come home and just blast music and sing, because it is my peace. It is therapeutic, and it just brings me so much hope and joy. And just what singers have given me over the years, it's amazing that I get a chance to do this now and write songs and convey messages of hope and inspiration to others. And that's why I fell in love with country music when I was little, right down the road with my mama. And here I am getting to do it, singing songs that are original songs, not covers. I've been covering songs for so long.
That's so exciting. You're just like a kid in a candy shop. You're so
I'm like, man. And when I get to Nashville permanently, and I get to I'll be that person at 3:00. I'm gonna just go walk down Broadway and just like, I just want to walk, man. I just got to see it.
It's like, I just want to take it all in.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. I'm excited.
It reminds me so much of North Carolina. It's
that feel,
perfect mix of
that
the city
vibe.
And the country. You go 30 minutes outside the city and you're in the country. And it's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, in that aspect,
I love
it. In that aspect, but I'm like, country to city kind of comparison. I can get that, but
it's nice too. I like the feel too, and the views are just, spectacular. When you're riding down, you can see the mountain view, and then when I saw the Grand Ole Opry, I can't explain the tears that will just fill in my eyes, and it ain't even open. Could you imagine if it was open? I got to see a show.
I know.
Yeah, it was so special.
I can't wait for Bridgestone Arena. I'm like, oh my God, this exists? Man. Like,
I just want to be there and hang out with all y'all once we get past COVID, just to be in the mix, and I can meet up with you to have a beer and just talk about stuff. That's the part I'm looking forward to, the camaraderie. You could feel it even when I was down there through COVID.
Great.
I'm excited about it. So
it seems like people are one extreme or the other in Nashville. They're either like extremely, extremely nice and friendly, or the opposite.
And I'm not too keen on those.
You're not wrong.
Me either. All right, Roger, will you take care of your voice, take care of yourself, get to feeling better? So glad we could.
Me too. Thank y'all. This was so nice. Thanks so much for sharing my music and giving me a chance to put my voice out there. I really appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely. We'll continue doing it. You're welcome whenever you want to.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I look forward to having a beer with you when I get down there.
Okay.
And maybe riding.
Yeah.
She'll do it.
That's cool.
It's so weird when there's that lag in there and we got to be like,
is she going to say, what is her response going to be?
Oh, good. All right. Well,
thank
everybody
y'all
for watching. Thank y'all for watching. Go to whatever platform that you stream music and look up Roger Dale. Follow him. Stream his music. He's on Instagram, Facebook.
Yep.
Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all those things. Go find him, follow him, download his music. Struck Gold is his latest release.
Yes.
And more good things coming from him. So y'all be sure to stay tuned to him and what all he's got coming out. And I will go ahead and make this announcement. Actually, I won't. I'll just do a one-off little live. This will be my last interview for about I don't know. I might do it next Thursday. I got to cancel Tuesday, but minor surgery coming up. Well, maybe not minor, but I have like neck issues. Like 2 bulging discs and bone spurs and 2 different places it's impinging nerves and yeah. So finally they got that scheduled. So I can't wait. I've never like looked forward to a surgery, but this one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But
I hope it goes well.
But can y'all imagine? They said my throat was going to be really sore and I probably wouldn't feel like talking for a few days. Can y'all imagine me not talking?
You
what are you going to do?
Tonight?
I don't know. I'll be like, I'll.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A notepad out, like.
Yeah, really, for real. Oh, anyway. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for watching.
Thank y'all.
Anybody that has lasted to watch till the end of this, I know you've seen me advertise about it, so be sure to tune in tomorrow night. If you haven't bought your ticket yet, it is not too late. Buy your ticket for Concert for a Cause. Support Ryan Clark and his charity. This is the 6th annual Concert for a Cause. It goes to the Prospect Center to help adults and children with disabilities. People, help all you can. And so we'll see you tomorrow night for that. And Roger, we'll see you next time. And until you text me or I text you, which is every day. So
I'll keep on doing this. It's awesome.
Oh yeah. Thank you. All right, everybody have a good night, a good weekend. Bye. And we'll see you later.